My name's Mandy Creamer. I'm a mum of 3 children. In 2011, I just had a suspicious lump. I went to an oncologist, had a look at the lump. I had a HER2 gene, which was really aggressive.
The day that I got the news and at work, and it's something that obviously no one ever wants to hear.
About a week or 2 before I was diagnosed, we were in the process of signing chronic illness cover, and we just really put it off. We never really got to signing it, and 2 weeks later I was diagnosed and it was too late for me to claim, and that $500,000 would have gone a long way.
You end up in a situation where there's nothing really you can do except, in a sense, face the facts.
I'd stopped working in 2013. My husband said it's time to stay at home.
The last thing that any person needs is to have to work.
It was a huge decision to go to one salary.
It was challenging to say the least.
There's the medicine side of chronic illness and of my journey, cancer, that medical aid covered to a point.
What do we do? What treatment is now required? What is it going to cost?
I only had $200,000 oncology cover a year.
By May, I think we had exhausted our oncology benefits.
And thereafter, we were paying 20% of everything I was having.
We then had to start forking out little bits ourselves.
A once-off cover like that would have helped us. I went off to have a single unilateral mastectomy. I then started another journey with medical aid. They declined it 3 times. I then wrote to the Medical Schemes Council of South Africa, and the next thing I got my reconstruction paid for. The medical industry call it elective, and it's not right, no one doesn't elect that. In January, I started to feel my left arm going numb. It was the same cancer with an extra gene attached to it. So we got 2 family friends around for dinner and we said, look, we need to raise money.
They all chipped in together and they ended up giving us a substantial amount of money. If it wasn't for that, I actually don't know how we would have got by. I'd go so far as to say it almost would have been impossible.
There's an incredible part of me that wanted to go back to being the mom that could run on the beach with her children, that could play squash with my husband. I lost an incredible amount of weight, and I knew that I needed to do weight-lifting exercises. We bought a juicer, which at that time was 3,500 Rand, and just got our family onto a really good, as raw as possible diet. The nutritious organic food that someone going through a chronic illness, it is expensive. It's just the way it is.
Going for counselling, it's quite traumatic. Your marriage takes a knock. How your kids are dealing with it, they process things in their own way. You've got to give time to them. The company that I worked for was very understanding. You end up taking a lot of time off to get to the different appointments. She'd have treatment done and she'd be too tired and too exhausted from the treatment to possibly consider driving home.
I look forward to just, a life where I can make memories with my family. Every day I'm here, I know it's a gift. I'm very grateful for it.
You get home and your kids want your time and your attention. To get away with them as a family and to show them that things are still good and we're still strong, those kinds of things would be massively important.
I've given myself my own goal, and my goal is I want to live a healthy 80 full years.